Please listen to how Donald Trump insulted, embarrassed, and humiliated a female reporter working for CBS in the White House who asked him a very simple question. Then I'll come back later and tell you what her offense is.
Because they let him in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came in on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person.
Now, her name is Nancy Coates. She works with CBS, a White House reporter, working with CBS. She asked Donald Trump a very simple question, and then she presented facts. Now, instead of your mind to come out with his own fact, he snapped and started raining those insults. Now, what happened? And what was the question? Going by what happened in the US when that Afghan shot those 2 National Guards, Donald Trump has been pouring the blame on Joe Biden's regime, saying that they did a poor job. They were the ones who did not vet those guys properly, and he threatened that anybody who is responsible for that will be blamed, will be dealt with. He loves how to shift blames. So Nancy came out, and then Donald Trump perceived as if she was coming out to defend Biden's administration, or as if she was even sent by Biden administration to defend them. She asked a question. She said, I have documents here that confirm that these guys were properly vetted before coming to the US. They were screened properly and they came in through the right process. Even though they came in under Operation Allies Welcome, they were vetted, and I have proof. So as a reasonable person, how would you react to such allegations, or argument? The guy snapped and started calling her stupid. In fact, he went on to say she's a terrible reporter. A terrible reporter. Now, I have said this severally. If these guys were properly treated, I believe this wouldn't have happened. These guys fought with you in Afghanistan. They betrayed their people. They turned their back on them. And then the US government made a lot of promises to them. Do you understand? If not, on what ground would they come to the US without being vetted? You ask yourself. On what ground would they even suspect that they came to the US without being vetted? Because the program that brought them in was supposed to bring in to recognize friends. Friends who stood by US, who turned their back on their own people. And then every promise you made them has not been fulfilled. This guy was just disgruntled, and then he reacted. Do you understand? And then the blame goes back to the Biden administration. I'm not saying Biden did a good job. He failed in several ways. However, this girl only came out to say Joe Biden or Biden administration did their job thoroughly. Why do you think, or why are you still accusing them of failing to vet these guys properly? And that was how your man snapped and began to insult the girl. That has raised concern in the US. It is a trending topic in the US right now because Donald Trump is fond of insulting female journalists. I use the word female particularly. Go back to your history and check it. He loves to humiliate female journalists in the White House. This is not the first time he's doing it. I think there will be a movement against this. Somebody's going to have to say something about this. His supporters are saying, yes, he did the right thing because he was frank and honest. He said his mind just as he should. Anyway, this one Beaver knows. What do you know?